All right, Peter Wright, one of the best set shots right now. Look at the ball grip, spread of fingers, nice coverage, 3 on the front and 2 on the back. And he's also got nice, relaxed, long arms. From here, let's watch the push on the ball. Beautiful push out with 2. Balance arm coming off at the right time at the peak of his lift. And you'll also notice the position of the ball. It's on that horizontal plane, which we like to teach. You can also see that this arm here on the push is nice and relaxed, and he's also doing it to no higher than the chest level. From here, watch how his wrist is pointing out this way, and then it's going to follow the ball down and now point that way. So that's really nice hand action on the ball. Okay, controls the ball to below the waist. All right, so really nice low ball drop. The balance arm is back, the eyes are on the ball, and then he gets beautiful contact and a beautiful leg swing with the balance arm pointing forward to the goals. So Peter Wright, look at that. That is one beautiful motion of kicking. We'll just have a look in slow-mo. Everything going towards the target. The big man's on fire. We really love this kicking technique, and I think we can all learn a lot from it. Look at that contact point. Look at that follow-through and firm foot. Everything going towards the target. Get around the 2-metre Peter. All right, here's just a little bit more advice for Tommy in regards to our recent post. So have a look at the difference in angle, okay, between Peter Wright and Tom. If I was to draw Tommy's angle on Peter Wright, what you would find is that we're here, okay, and Tommy would be, okay, so we're going to try about there, 22. So look at the difference, okay? And then the same if we go Peter Wright on Tom, okay, you'll notice that Peter Wright is a lot lower at the 144, okay? So that's the difference, and that's what we're advising Tommy to do, is just not lift the ball up as high, control it to about there, and try to mimic this, because they're both at the same stage of kicking where their balance arm is just coming off, okay? The next part that we're going to look at is the control, and you can see Peter Wright has controlled that ball, okay, below his waist, all right? Whereas Tom, what he's done is you can see his fingers have come off the ball there, okay? And you can see his ball drop is not as low, okay? So you can see Tom's ball is slightly above that line, but Peter Wright is controlling it down, all right? So that's another bit. The last bit of advice, and we're just going to make Tommy a little bit smaller, is as you see they've lost control of the ball, we'll just go down a bit, you can see the difference in balance arms. Okay, Peter Wright has got his balance arm just in that nice strong position, okay, where Tom, okay, you can see his balance arm is just a little bit forward. So there's a slight difference there, okay. So yeah. Here we go, the GOAT, Erin Phillips. So have a look at her ball grip, okay? It's on that slight angle. It's not straight up and down, all right? So this is what we like to teach as well. From here, she likes to push the ball, okay? And we know that there, she gets it on the horizontal plane. And I want you to notice this gap here. She pushes the ball out just to her chest and controls it really well with a nice relaxed arm. Balance arm starts to come off. Eyes are on the ball. Okay, from here, look at the control, all right? She controls it well below her waist, okay? And look at the upright body with the balance arm at 90 degrees, okay? And the control of the ball of the out and in motion. And then look at the contact point where the ball is upright and slightly forwards and her foot is nice and firm. So she's doing everything that we like to teach. Finally, momentum going forward to the target. The GOAT, Erin Phillips. You. Okay, here we have Tommy Thornton, an up-and-coming young star for the Brisbane Lions. Now, you can hear the commentators saying that it's not a fluent action. Okay, he still kicked the goal here, but let's see why. So we've got a bit of advice for Tom. When he's pushing the ball, you can see that he's pushing the ball and it's getting to quite a high region there. All right, so if I draw a line at the top of that ball, you can almost see it's at his neck. You can also see here that the arms are really bent and this arm is actually going and angling up. What we'd rather is a nice relaxed arm and probably out here, and we want that ball just getting to about there. So if we scroll it back, Tom is just flicking that ball up a little bit too high. If he just pushes it out to where that yellow line is, so if he stops about there, it's going to allow him to push that ball down and look more fluent with the out and in motion. Okay, so a little bit less on the ball lift, and Tommy will even look more fluent. Good on you, Tommy. Quick one here, Jack Viney, set shot. So he's pushing that ball to the tummy, okay, so you can see there that ball on the horizontal plane and the wrist is pointing out. Watch the wrist tilt here now, okay, look at that, okay, look at that hand pointing down to the ground. But the main thing we want to look at are his eyes. Watch how he keeps his eyes in the kick, okay, so right there, eyes in the kick, and watch how long they stay there, still in the kick, still in the kick, still in the kick. And then he lifts them, all right? So keep your eyes in the kick with your set shot. Make sure you watch it hit the boot. And then look at the target. Bang. All right, quick video here, and it's all in relation to the balance arm. It's providing us with balance, stability, and a bit of upper body power. You can also see in this video that he's controlled the ball below his waist, all right? Back to the balance arm. The balance arm is out and at 90 degrees, okay? From here, you can see that now at the point of contact, the balance arm has moved and is actually pointing directly towards the target. So we'll have a look at that again. It is out at 90 degrees as he loses contact with the ball. But then as the ball strikes the foot, the balance arm is actually pointing directly towards the target. Okay. Now from here, if you're kicking longer, you can rip this balance arm across a little bit to provide more upper body power. But due to Jeremy Howe only kicking the ball about 40 metres here, he's just worked on that upper body motion of out and to the target. And watch his momentum go through. Jeremy Howe, let's learn from him. All right, Green versus Parker. You can see Green's got 2 fingers on the back with a nice spread, 3 on the front. And Parker's got 4 on the front with just that little finger on the back panel. Both boys have got nice, just relaxed, long arms in their approach. Okay, now from here we'll look at Green's push. Okay, so there's his versus Parker's. Bang, right there. And you can see what they're both doing is they're getting that ball out and the ball is on a nice angle to allow that hand action to push down on the ball. Okay, so from here the balance arms are coming off. Let's look at the difference there. Balance arm comes off for Green. Balance arm comes off for Parker. Now, both boys are letting the ball go and guiding the ball down really well. And you can see they're both getting below the hip region there. So that's really nice. Their strength is that they've got this really long guide arm, all right, and that's controlling the ball below their waist. You can see that they're getting a bit of power from their upper body because their shoulder is back and their chest is forward. So shoulder back, chest forward. From here, let's just wind it back. So we can see here that the wrist was both of their wrists were pointing out this way, okay? Then as they release the ball, you can see that both of their wrists are now pointing down towards the ground. So they've got a really nice wrist tilt and hand control on the ball. As they contact the ball, all right, let's have a look with that ball position. All right, and look at that. So the ball is upright and slightly forwards. You can see on both there. The lower leg is vertical to allow for that power. The eyes are on the ball, okay? You can see that Parker's balance arm is probably pointing more towards the target, where Green's is more up at that 90 degrees. And then from here, let's look at the leg swing, okay? So both getting the leg right up above hip level, okay? So Green's getting his leg a little bit straighter and his body's a little bit more upright, where you can see Parker is in that little bit more of a C shape, but still getting the leg up above that hip level, okay? So both beautiful kicks of the footy, and hopefully that comparison helps you guys just to see what the elite players are doing. The last thing that I want you to look at is which foot are they landing on, okay? So we'll go from there, and both of them are landing on the balance leg, okay? So most AFL men's players, when they're having a set shot, will land on that balance leg to make sure that ball gets some nice trajectory over the man on the mark, all right? Hope you enjoyed it. Cheers. All right, Jaden Stevenson, look at that ball position again. It's not straight up and down. He's just having that nice open grip there. From here, look at his thought process. So his eyes are telling me he's looking at the target, still on the target. Now, as his balance arm comes off, it's changed. Now they're on the ball. So as that balance arm comes off, that's when you need to go on the ball. Look at the position of the ball. Okay, it's not on a huge horizontal plane, but it's there, and there's enough to get hand action on the ball. So that's indicating to me it's a mid-range kick. Follows the ball down, controls it below the waist, which is nice. Okay, and you can see he doesn't need much leg swing because it's only a short kick. Contacts the ball with a nice firm foot. And then what you'll see from here is that he's kicking the ball across his body, which is totally acceptable in today's game. Okay, across the body, and then probably hit the target. So just a nice little push there, nice and relaxed. Take note of this relaxed approach here with the arm, okay, and then the hand action to finish. Quick one, catches the ball, sets it, pushes it out, gets that ball in that position we like. Horizontal, balance arm coming off, flexed arm, eyes are on the ball. Body just upright and leaning forward, ready to go. From here, watch this follow with a guide arm. That is beautiful. Long guide arm, balance arm at 90 degrees, eyes on the ball, upright body, slightly forward, ready to kick it nice and low, getting the ball early here, okay? And then a follow through, not very high, but he's getting momentum to the target, balance arm pointing to the target. Thank you very much. All right, here we have some nice front-on footage, which is very hard to get, okay? So look at this push here, okay? And that's great vision of that position of the ball we want it in, okay? That horizontal position. So that looks really nice there, the way he pushes the ball. Look at that grip, okay? Pushes it to about the chest level, no higher. And then from here, what he's going to have to do is really work it down. He works it down, and you watch the ball, how it gets in a nice shape. So that's in a nice shape as it comes out of his hand, okay? Yes, he didn't quite lengthen the arm as much as your Scott Pendlebury's, but as the ball's coming out of the hand, you can see that it's rotating back in here, coming out of a nice shape. Look at his balance arm as he's losing contact with the ball. It's up, his eyes are on the ball, okay, and now he's preparing with a nice leg backswing, ready to come through. Strong, stable balance leg, nice tall body, okay, and then as he contacts, ball upright and slightly forward, nice firm foot, and then a beautiful leg swing, okay, all the way through to hip level. Awesome. Okay, let's do the test. Will he stay inside this window and keep everything in line when he kicks the goal? So yes, he's still inside, okay, approaches, keeping everything in line, and then after, boom, he's still in line with the target as he does it. So this is exactly what we want to see more of in our athletes. So when you're kicking the ball, that everything is square, okay, and going towards the goals, exactly like that. What we're finding now is that a lot of players, as they're about to kick, they will shoot out this way and then try to get the ball back into the goals, which is really going to decrease your percentage and accuracy. Yes, if you're a long way out and you want to get that extra wind up and torque on the ball, okay, maybe you would do that. But when you're in range of that 0 to 40 metres out, okay, why not keep it within this window, okay, and keep everything nice and square so you can get through the target, okay? So really good routine and a good lesson to learn.